So today we are making Nutella stuffed panettone French toast. So here's our panettone, and it comes in this wrapper, so I'm just going to rip the wrapper off and I'll show you how to slice it because it can be a little confusing as to how to attack this thing. Just pull the wrapper off completely. Careful not to rip too much of the crust off. And now I'm going to put it down sideways, and I'm just going to cut slices, and you can make them as thick or as thin as you want. We are going to be making a sort of sandwich with it, so I don't want to cut it too thick. And you just slice down the middle. Now I'm not going to use that bottom piece because it has like all that crust there, so I'm going to just put it aside. And I'm going to cut one more slice here. And then what you do is you cut your slice in half. You take your Nutella spread and you spread it as thick or as thin as you like. Very gently because this panettone is very soft. So I'm just going to spread it evenly. And I'm just going to do one side, and I don't want to make it too thick. But if you want a lot of Nutella, then add a lot of Nutella. And now I'm going to close it up, and then I'll show you the next step. I never really measure when I make my French toast. I think I'm going to go with 2 eggs. I'm making just that one large French toast piece today. Maybe you could get away with 1 egg for each piece of French toast that you make. And then I'm just going to add some milk. Again, I'm not measuring. You don't want to have more milk than you have egg, but eyeball it. And now I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Definitely vanilla, as much or as little as you like. And this is optional, but I have a little bit of grated orange zest, just a tiny little bit. I like the freshness that it adds. There's citrus notes in the panettone, and I think it's nice. It goes well with the Nutella as well. You can leave it out. And now I'm just going to whisk it together. I don't add any additional sugar because the panettone is sweet and the Nutella is sweet, and I usually put powdered sugar over it. So I don't think it needs the extra sugar in this custard here. And also, if you're frying it up, the sugar can kind of caramelize and maybe even burn, so I don't add it. So I'm going to whisk this. And then I'm going to soak my French toast in it. Now you have 2 options here. You can do it the way I'm going to do it today, or you could just make it the night before, and you would put all of your French toast in this casserole dish with more egg and more milk, obviously. And you can leave it in your fridge overnight, and then you could bake it the next morning as a baked French toast kind of casserole, and that's delicious. You could bake it at a 350 oven for probably 40 minutes. Just check on it so it doesn't burn. But I'm going to do it in a pan, and then I'll finish it off in the oven. My family usually can't wait 40 minutes when they wake up, and everyone wakes up at a different time, so I don't usually make the casserole. So yeah, I have way more egg than I need, so I could have definitely made 2 of these easily. So you just roll it around, let it absorb that custard, and then I'll show you the next step. So I've melted about a tablespoon of butter in my frying pan, and I've put in the French toast. You want to have the flame kind of medium. You don't want to burn the butter or the French toast. And now I'm going to wait until it's golden on one side. I'll flip them over and do the same. And then I'm going to put them in the oven. I have the oven preheating to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to put them on a cookie sheet, and I'll show you the next step. I've browned my French toast, and I put it on a cookie sheet, and I'm going to put it in a 400 degree oven for between 10 and 15 minutes, and then I'll show you it when it's done. Here it is, guys. I hope you enjoy.